Here's why today I'm going to be talking about space. Well, what is space? Our Earth is just one small part of space. Space is all around it. It is all around us. It's anywhere. Anywhere around us is space. Well, let's see what's inside space. First, in some, like NASA, people would get the rocket up into the space. Why do people do things like that? First, because they want to discover about the space. They want to get more informations. They want to know more about something, about the space. Well, that's the reason why people let rockets out. Next, we have is moon. Moon is, the planet that orbits around us. That's moon, okay? Well, now let's look at the solar system, okay? Let's get. Well, first we have is the sun. It's the main planet, and this is the planet where all the other planets orbits around it. Kind of like going in a way all around it. That's sun, okay? Next we have is Mercury. Mercury is a special type of thing. It's the nearest from sun. So that means it's the hottest planet. Just after the sun. Yeah, that's right. It's Mercury and it's made out of rocks. Next is Venus. It's right next to Mercury. And Venus is the second planet in the orbits around. And next is Earth. Earth is not too far from the sun, but also not too near. So that's the reason why people now are having comfortable weathers. Not too hot, but also not too cold like our planets. Earth is the only planet in the solar system that have life for people to live in. It's the only place where they have water, sand, and things like those resources. So Earth is pretty wonderful thing. Next is Mars. Mars is a planet that sometimes people call it the friend of Earth, or maybe a copy of Earth, because some astronaut are now finding out that maybe, just maybe, in Mars there are lives, like there's waters. Do you know the reason why Mars looks, red or orange like that? Because it has a special kind of oxygens that's made out from mantle. Yeah, like that. The mantles would be, kind of like evaporate up and makes into a special kind of air. I don't remember is the names of the air, but I just remember clearly that the reason it looks like that is because of that air. Okay, that's Mars. Next is Jupiter. It's kind of like a really big planet, right? And they have a big storms around it. Jupiter is a planet that have a lot of moons. Yes, a lot and a lot of moons. Next is Saturn. Saturn is a special kind of planet that have a ring made out of dots around it. It's Saturn, okay? Saturn. Well, next we have is Neptune. Neptune. And the last one is Uranus. Some people say there are treasures in Neptune. And no, in Uranus. And this is also a place where people told others that it was the coldest place and the last planet, but nearly not a planet. There was, now Pluto hasn't been our planet in our solar system anymore. Well, What's the reason? Why it have appeared in the solar system and it appeared and it disappeared? Why don't they just put it away? But they have to add and take away like that. First, in the past, people don't have, kind of like mechanic things like today's. They can't watch clearly. They just think, okay, oh, this is a new discovery. Well, they add it into the solar system list. But then, when the mechanics are starting to be a lot more modern now, people have changed, and when you walk and watch into it, it's just a rock, just really a rock that has the shape of the circle. So a lot of scientists are putting Pluto away. So now if you look at a social list of the planets in the solar system, you wouldn't see Pluto anymore. But for the pages that have been made for a long time before, like if from 2015, I don't know, maybe sometimes like that, people would actually add in Pluto, but they did not think that it was not a planet. They haven't changed that, of course. So sometimes you can see in some reading or in some books, people also add Pluto inside. But remember, if somebody is asking, okay, is Pluto a planet in our country? No, in our solar system? Then never say yes. Never say yes, okay? And that would be wrong. So that's Pluto. We can discover more. Yeah, next we have a space shuttle. This is the shuttle that was shot up into the space. This is the kind of thing that helps the astronaut to go and discover space nations. And next is astronauts. Those are the people who have the job to go out into space and discover more things about the space. They discover which planet would have lives like Earth. So that maybe when Earth is maybe kind of like destroyed, then there will be another planet for living. Yeah. Next we have is spaceship. Spaceship is our ship that we used to ship up into space. And usually you can see them a lot, and the astronaut will stay inside there to travel out into space. Yeah, so that's it. Space is a really wonderful thing that people haven't discovered at all. I don't mean that they don't know anything, because you can see here they know a lot, but they haven't known all about space. So that means space was a really, really wonderful thing, and also a really, really special things. If just maybe, the sun's being destroyed, or maybe if sometimes, the planet doesn't go into its orbits, but it goes all around, then it will hit each other's, and then the space will be destroyed. Yeah, so that's the reason why they go around in an orbit like that. So that is something that I could help you. And if there's something else that you want to discover, ask a website, because I have never discovered all of those things. You know what? When you're trying to discover all about space, it would take you really a long time. So, if you're maybe falling in love with space, just discover about it, because it's gonna be, something really nice. And space is also a really wonderful thing to discover. So, see you next time.